for the time given to me. Here is my research title, Quranic Schools Pesantren in the Demand of Mushrooming, Quranic Schools in Banjarnegara Regency in Central Java, Indonesia. And this is the presentation outline for today. Here, Indonesia is an archipelago country which has around 17,500 islands spread from Sabang until Merauke. And Indonesia is occupied by around 240 million population, which has made around 90% of Muslims. So Indonesia is the biggest Muslim populated country. Here, the situation makes the diverse of Indonesian, especially for Muslim children, get education in their daily life. For example, here at home, the children learn many things, especially moral education with their parents, and the time is very flexible. And at school, the teachers, at formal school, the teachers teach the students about secular and little Islamic subjects, especially here at public or private general school. So the teacher here just teach around 2 hours or 2 periods per week about Islamic subjects. While at Quranic schools with non-formal teachers here, the students learn at Quranic school after they return home from formal school. So the students here learn about Arabic literacy and moral education at mosque or maybe at special building built by the community at Quranic school. And at Pesantren or Islamic boarding school here with the Kiai as the Imam or as the what we call Islamic cleric. And here the time is around in the evening, and the children here learn about Islamic and secular subjects. So the children here learn more about Islamic knowledge. And some pesantren have formal schools, but for traditional pesantren they do not have. Quranic school here is the oldest educational system in Indonesia, and we can find many Quranic schools in cities and in rural areas. And also Quranic schools is a non-formal educational institution that teaches reading and writing letters of the Quran to the children, especially for the primary school children, as well as instilling akhlaq karimah or good manner based on the Holy Quran of Islam. And existence of Quran school is in Indonesia is legalized by the government regulation number 55/2007. And also in other Islamic countries, for example here in Chad, Mali, Mauritania, and Pakistan, also in Sudan, there are similarities between Quranic schools. The first is that Quranic schools are established by community, not by government. And the second one, here they have curriculum based on the Quran and also based on the Imam or the main teacher of Quranic schools. And the third is they do not have fixed time scale or stipulated age for students. So any children who are Muslim can join, can attend at Quranic schools. And the last, they have very low tuition fee, or even some Quranic schools do not charge for tuition fee, so they are free. So it makes the building, the furniture and the equipment is very limited. And here pesantren is Islamic boarding school managed by a Kiai or Islamic cleric, and usually it has their own building. That's why the size is bigger than Quranic school. The next is the current issue of teacher training for Quranic school teachers. The study based on Lupes et al. In Sumatra Island in Indonesia testified that the problems faced by the teachers while teaching students in the Quranic recitation, here the teachers had moderate difficulties in teaching. And also, while the level of administrative and management problems were very high, and the weakness of teachers to understand pedagogy was at a high level, along with their attitude towards it. And here, Quranic schools and Pesantrens partnership. Historically, the Quranic school leads to the birth of Quranic Pesantren as the oldest educational institution in Indonesia, and also general formal schools. But later, Pesantren has big roles in the development of Quranic school, especially in giving the teachers training for Quranic school teachers. While the objectives of my study is to describe the models of partnership between Quranic schools and Pesantren, focusing on teacher training, taking the case of Banjarnegara Regency in Central Java, Indonesia. And here, you can see on table 2 the list of research Quranic schools. I conducted the research in 2 areas in semi-urban rural that are in Sigalo and Kebongan villages, and here there are 4 Quranic schools, while the second one in remote rural areas, and here in Luwong and Tapan villages, which has 8 Quranic schools. And the next is the research method. I distributed questionnaires to the 32 Quranic school teachers, and also I did the interview checklist. I did the field survey by distributing the questionnaires, and then to the respondents, and also interviewing some of the respondents. And the collected data was descriptively analyzed, and this is the schedule of my research. And here the map shows you that the research site that I conducted that are in Rakyat District, Wanadadi District, and in Sigalo District in Banjarnegara Regency, Central Java. And well, ladies and gentlemen, this is the activity of Quranic schools. The first, a child learn on how to read the Holy Quran, the first alphabets from the first or the beginning level of how to read and write the Holy Quran. And then after they reach for the next grade, they can learn the difficult one in the Holy Book of Islam or the Holy Book of Quran. And then at Quranic schools, the students also learn how to write the characters of Arabic language. And here the example of the teachers who teach the students at Quranic school by reading the Holy Quran directly. And this is the example of teachers training conducted by Pesantren. And here one of examples of the Pesantren. So the size is much bigger, and they have their own building. And this is the research findings. The first one is issue of teacher training in Quranic schools. In terms of frequency, the teachers rarely get in-service teacher training. The second one, in a year, some of the teachers of Quranic schools only got a very short training, and even they only joined one-day Quranic teaching workshop conducted by the local government in collaboration with Pesantren. And also the teachers stated that Pesantrens have significant roles in introducing them about the Qiraati and Iqra teaching methods. So here the Pesantren only gave the training about the Qiraati and Iqra teaching method. And the next is here. There are 10 Pesantrens located not far from the 2 villages in Sigalo district, and which usually serve as the teacher training center. The second finding is that teacher training and recreation of Islamic knowledge in Quranic school partnership model 1. The first is pesantren. Here the perspective of the teachers, they go to pesantren and they stay and they study around 4 until 5 years, taught by kiai or Islamic cleric, and then some of them they go to universities and in Indonesia, and some of them go to universities, Islamic universities in abroad. And here, pesantren creates modern Islamic knowledge in Indonesia. And also the teachers here learn about Islamic knowledge from the website. The next one, pesantren also provides or gives teaching to the people from the public, open education. So the pesantren here teach like giving what we call Islamic meeting to Muslims in each village maybe once in a month. So pesantren here provides education for general people, including teacher training for Quranic school teachers. And the second one, that Quranic school teachers, they recreate of relevant Islamic knowledge for contemporary and general Muslims. And the next is education reform within each school and Muslimness creation. What about children at Quranic schools? They learn on how to read, recite, and memorize the Holy Quran and recreate Islamic knowledge. And also they learn about life learning in accordance to Islamic teachings, and then they practice their Islamic knowledge to their daily life. The third one, trainings for Quranic school teacher by pesantren. Here, the prospective teachers of Quranic schools go and stay in pesantren for many years, and after they finish their study, they get certificate. And also here, the teacher go to pesantren to join maybe 1 day or maybe 2 days or maybe 1 week teachers training conducted by pesantren. And also pesantren here dispatch the teachers at designated teacher training center, and then the prospective teachers of Quranic schools go to the designated teacher training center and they join in service teacher training. And the next is the trainings for Quranic school teachers by pesantren that I have explained before. This is the conclusions that Muslim young generation who want to study at pesantren or madrasah should have basic skills in Arabic or Quranic reading and writing. And here, the Muslim young generation should have skills, at least how to read and write the Holy Quran, because usually pesantren requires the children who want to learn there at least can read and write the Holy Quran and memorize some daily verses of prayer. And then these skills can be mastered by Muslim children from early age when they go to Quran schools in their village. Here that the Muslim children from early age, maybe they are from kindergarten level, they can attend at Quranic school. So there is no special time to